year once again from the great minds of NahmTalmBout. It's 4th&10. Got the homie, Zac. That's how you introduce yourself?
Who that nigga out here rapping like the rain do? Who them niggas out here dropping when them hits do? We them niggas get it done, ain't no issues. We the type to run it up, wear my track shoes. Take my time with it. Oh, that's your bitch, nigga. Take my time in it. I'ma pull up, give him 30 nigga. That's a workout, I ain't really talking no violence, nigga. Let's ride, nigga. Hit my Diddy bop, I don't give a fuck about no Diddy nigga. Keep it real, there's a couple niggas that's out here wanna be that nigga. I don't got no idols, my only idol is that money nigga. I wake up, I get to it, I don't got time for no bullshit. Switchy on the Cleats, tap the trigger, spray the whole clip. Feeling like the mob, but we make hits like we 3-6. Can't come around no weak shit if I hit a niggas on defense. Let's ride.
Yeah.
Okay,
Simple. Yeah.
All right, where you from? What's your squad? What's on the back of your jersey?
Grew up in Maryland. My Instagram name says be more like Zach, but that's probably false. I'm more Frederick Zac than anything.
You ready to come on the show to make it official?
Yeah, I don't people come up to me, I tell them all the time, like, yeah, well, I really grew up in Frederick, but Baltimore's still home. But me, I grew up in Maryland. Um, let's see, I'm always SupremeBeast. That's the squad. I've, hopped around a couple of teams here and there, but SupremeBeast has always been the squad, always will be. And then Maz is on the back of my jersey, this kind of nickname that I got as a kid.
Okay.
Stuck with me.
Sure.
Stuck with me into adulthood, I guess.
Any significance behind number 14?
14's my birthday, and I've just always had it as my number.
Okay.
Rep the date of the birth.
Okay. What sports you played growing up?
A lot, actually. I played, my first sport was hockey. My dad's from the north, so he tried to get me on skates right away. But I burnt out of that. I was like 13. I played travel, and it was just, I had no youth. So I'd always hooped and like wanted to play football. So I switched from hockey to football and basketball. And I always played lacrosse too. That was like a hockey thing. A lot of the kids I played hockey with also played lacrosse, like in the spring when there was no hockey.
Are the sports
So
similar? That's why or what?
actually lacrosse is more like basketball. If you really, I can go down the huge rabbit hole about that, but it's like basketball and soccer mixed together.
Okay.
I guess it's just, I don't know. A lot of kids with money play hockey, not me. My mom, we barely, I had the cheapest skates and we bought like 6 pairs for like the next 3 years. So I would never have to get them again. Um, but I guess kids with money play lacrosse too. So I just kind of tried it out, was decent at it. So they had a league near me. It was, um, Maryland's pretty big in lacrosse. Like it's like football in Texas.
Okay.
It's different. But yeah, but once I got into high school, football until about my junior year, and then basketball all four, and lacrosse too. So I
Okay.
hooped. Hoop was my first love.
Okay. Any college?
No, no. I went to college for a little bit, but I left and joined the old workforce.
Okay. All right, who put you on the flag? Who brought you out?
Actually, I played flag out in Winchester. Brian Athey was probably the first one who brought me out to play flag. Um, yeah, for sure, out in Winchester. Um, there's a kid who actually plays kid. I say that. There's a guy who plays in FXA named Skyler. Um, he was one of the first people I played flag football with. I think he plays. I think he still plays in FXA. But Skyler and his brother Sonny. We played in Leesburg with my boy 700. He remembers those days. That was probably like 10 plus years ago. And then Supreme Beast and you all, it's probably been a minute now, rocking with y'all.
Mm,
But yeah, it was more consistent when I started playing with Supreme Beast.
okay.
I think that was like 2017.
Okay.
You getting old.
What's your favorite format though? Because you flirted with five. That's your favorite. I mean, is eight still just your favorite format?
Eights is just probably what I would pick because I'm most comfortable. I like fives. I would play fives again. I liked playing quarterback in fives. It was a lot quicker and um, it was just different kind of like strategy. But anywhere I play anywhere if I can. But eights is home. Eights is what I'm used to.
Okay.
Um, the only reason I don't play fives is because Monday nights is hoops. So
Okay. What's your favorite season? Is it spring, summer, or fall?
um, I like spring and fall obviously for the competition. Fall's like I think the best because everybody's trying to get ready for states in December. I think summers is fun if you're talking about that because a lot of teams, don't play in the summer, so you can get like different guys from other teams you don't usually play with. You get them on a summer team together, and it's just like a different kind of you get like homies from the other team, you finally get to play with them, and then they go back to their respective teams back in the fall and spring. But so I think summer's fun, but competition wise, spring and fall, I would say fall is probably the best.
Okay. Okay.
If I'm looking for that, that's like my favorite.
All right. Ideally, what position do you want to play when you pull up?
Here we go.
That's kind of disrespectful for me to ask.
I
My
don't
bad, though.
I don't know, man. Like honestly, like nowadays, I would say quarterback obviously is where I think I can maybe be most effective. But I also think, that for a while I've had that mindset and it's maybe hurt me in other positions because I think I can be effective elsewhere, like on a wing or wide receiver, defensive back. But I've been stuck, in between in the quarterback and playing elsewhere, and instead of just picking one or just going away from QB completely. But yeah, I mean, obviously QB is like would be my go-to,
Okay.
but I can be versatile if needed.
What's the hardest part about not knowing where you're going to be when you pull up?
Um, Probably just not knowing what kind of mindset I need to be in. I mean, I'm always like competitive and thinking about like, what I gotta do to help us all win. But the QB is a different kind of mindset. Like you got to be sharp. You have to be, you know, ready to think quick. And it's I would say probably one of the more important, if not the most important position out there. Because a good QB can win you games. So you got to be ready for, especially if you're playing a good team that has, they're going to rush four, they're going to rush three. Who's rushing? Am I have to run more? Am I gonna have to like set my feet in the pocket and stay there and remember to get rid of the ball versus like if I'm playing on the wing or if I'm playing wide receiver, there's only maybe like two or three plays where, I really will get a chance to like actually impact the game, you know, at a higher level. And then defense, you just got to pull flags. I mean, pull flags and play your position. But yeah, I think just I've gotten used to just coming, showing up, and like, oh, maybe I'll play quarterback today. If you know, whoever's whoever's in that spot, if it's not me that it doesn't show up, then I kind of just am always thinking like, all right, I might have to play QB today. So
Okay.
stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
I like it. I like it. All right. We can jump right into it though. What's your 2 cents on riding out with a QB versus trying to find a QB?
Um, I mean, if you look at like the QBs out there that have won a lot, I think I'm thinking of Fatty. Um, they kind of like win, lose, or draw with him no matter what. I've had games where we've played Fatty and he's not look great, and we beat him, and then there's a game where he'll put 4 touchdowns on us, the next week, and it's then they win the championship that season. It's they've won states, so I think like consistency definitely matters in that position, but I also can understand like if there's someone out there that's a dog and you can go grab them, um, and like, on your team to make your team better, I can see why somebody, would want to do that. But I think consistency will always win, especially like if you can keep the same, we always talk about core. If you can keep the same core, wide receivers, linemen, because linemen could be weapons too. And Corey is gonna love that I said that. Edit that out so he doesn't hear it. But no, I mean, like you have that same like group, at least like 6 to 8 guys that you can rely on, and you're a QB. That goes a long way with confidence.
Okay. What's right? What's right? All right. Best wide receiver you thrown to?
Man, Yellow has been getting a lot of credit lately, but I guess I can. Well, I mean, I think we played with Rock on one of Chase's teams, and I threw him like 3 jump balls or 2 jump balls for like 2 touchdowns. I don't know if I might be confusing it with somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it was him. That would be number one. But Yellow had T, you go up and get a ball. The chances I've had to play with Drewski where he can dip and duck out the way. I've only played with Jason like once. And he could have scored a touchdown, but he decided to tiptoe at the end. Made me have to run it in. Obviously, you, my guy. I've been throwing you passes, or good or bad, for years now. I'm probably forgetting people that are on our squad.
At the DB position.
Wheels
Hmm.
has been recent,
That's true.
last couple years.
At the DB position, who's a sneaky receiver you've had to be on your toes at?
I never, up until really this year, I don't think I've ever guarded Cheatham. And I know, like, people have talked about Cheatham, speed, he's this and that, but I never had to guard him, so I didn't really know. And I definitely found out in our game this year. I would say I wouldn't say sneaky, but I guess, unaware up until the chance I got, guard him. AC will just dunk on you and you won't even you won't even know where my guy comes from. And on that same team, Carlos, I've battled with Los for years, but Los. I think a lot of people see Los. I mean, Los can move around, but I always think of Los in like on the wing. But Los will route you up a little bit off the line. Those are just kind of like random off the top of the head that I thought of. Yeah.
Okay. When you're under center, how much of it is trusting the play versus trusting your guys to make something happen?
I probably should trust the play more than I do because I trust that somebody's going to make something happen or hope somebody's going to make something happen. Like a quick out, turn it to like 80 yards. I hope that on every play. I would like to score like 3 plays in every single time, so like takes the pressure off me.
Okay. I like that.
But I think trusting a play, like if you can draw up against different coverages and people switch up stuff all the time, but if you can draw up like a core 6 to 7 plays that you can go and get 10 yards, it's a good goal line play, it's a good deep play. Pause. Those I think I think if somebody can really knows how to do that in flag football, it can be an advantage for them over like even if you have great players or even if you have like okay players, if you can draw some good plays, you can put people in position to make good plays. So I'm gonna go with that.
All right. At this point in your career, what part of your game has evolved the most, and what are you still working on improving?
I think I try to dip more, but
do you look at the footage and like, I ain't dip at all?
yeah. I think I dip, and then I look at it, I'm like, man, I'm like taking a half knee. Jumping has been more successful. I think just like, after you play a sport for a certain amount of time, I wouldn't say like comes natural, but you just kind of know what to expect. Like we play the same guys most sessions, right? I think that's why people like to travel, because they get to play different competition. So you can kind of know what to expect. Um, but I think for me, I've gotten better at I think at quarterback, when I do play well, it's just being patient and not trying to just like rush something. Um, and trusting the playmakers. Um, and then also being able to be more adaptable as like a wing and like reading, like if Tay rolls out a certain way, I understanding the play, you know, more like just where to be in the right spot and that sort of thing. I think that comes with just like time, and if you have played football before, you know how to do that. But just like recognizing those things.
Okay, okay. All right, be honest. You get more respect as a hooper or a flag player?
Um, I mean, probably basketball for sure.
The gym all lonely. Now them can't hold me. Yeah, you can't guard me with the pen. I'm holy. It's true, I'm godly since two been ballin' for the win. I'm Kobe. I rock J, smoke J's, and give out L. Second game 13, I'ma drop out 12. Yeah, life a game, but it's not fair. Yeah, call game for the damn shot.
Like in like my circle of friends, or like just in general.
Uh, in general, in general.
I mean, I don't know, because like I don't know too many people outside of like the winter team we throw in there that hoops.
But
I
mostly,
got hurt. I got hurt when we played the other FXA flag football team, so I couldn't play that game. Um, but yeah, I probably would say like
okay, okay.
more hoops.
And it's definite in your inner circle though. They definitely know you as a hooper.
Yeah, but I mean, they know like a couple of them played flag football like out there, so they know that like I can get I can get busy out there too. But I think if somebody were to talk trash on my behalf, they'd be like, "Yo, Zach's gonna hoop on you, like or whatever." You know what I mean? Like, does that give you buckets or something like that?
Okay, okay,
No, I don't think they would be like they would bring up flag football first.
okay.
Maybe I need to play. I just need to play more formats. I think to really get
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that
man. Get you out there on Mondays, man. Stop playing.
I know. Maybe I've definitely been thinking about it recently of like just at least playing Mondays, and then Wednesdays I can still hoop. But
Oh, so you hoop twice a week.
I hoop Sunday nights, and then I play in this league that rotates between Monday and Wednesdays
Okay,
each week. So it could be Monday one week, Wednesday the next week.
okay, okay. All right. Little off the field talk if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
How'd you end up being a video game tester? And explain that life for me, please.
I'm not a video game tester.
Oh, excuse me.
That would be kind of cool, but no, I'm in sales, and my customers um make video games.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, using like um using technology that is well over my head. But I just kind of do the business side of things for those customers.
Okay.
I got into that, like it's tech sales, I guess is the industry name. But I've been in sales for a minute. Like I said, I didn't finish college, so I found like a small IT job, like right out of I went to like community college for a little bit, but didn't really even finish that. But through that, I met um there was like a guy that was in the army or something. He had like gone through the army, and then he went to school, so he was like a little bit older. He was like in his 30s, and he was going to school and worked at this IT company. And he's like, you just come in and make 100 phone calls a day and like just try to like book a meeting. And I was like, I don't care. Like I needed like a job. I'm not school as it wasn't for me.
Hmm.
So I just kind of like from there moved up. The next job was a little bit better. And then I got to Amazon, but it's Amazon Web Services. So it's not like I'm not I can't get you discounts on Prime or anything like that. I'm not part of it. It's not Amazon. I can't help your order get there faster. People ask me like, well, could you help me you can hook me up on like this and that. I'm like, no, it's like the other side of the company. But yeah, so I found that job through they recruited through a recruiter, um, interviewed well, and been there for like 5 years.
Okay.
Definitely a blessing. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was a long grind to get
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I've kind of known you for a good amount of that grind, so yeah,
Yeah,
salute to you on that, man. I'm proud of you for that,
yeah,
though.
yeah, for sure.
I know you travel a lot. What's been your favorite city to travel to so far?
Um, I need to hit Europe bad. Like that needs to happen. But I've gone. I like. I love. I mean, Miami's probably like my heart, dude. I love that city so much. There's a lot. I mean, obviously, like people think Miami, they think the nightclubs and all that, which is, obviously great time. But there's there's a there's a ton of good restaurants down there and like food,
Mm.
like all over the place. Um, I like my girl's Latina. I love that food. There's a huge culture down there of that. That's East Coast. West Coast, I like San Diego. San Diego is like if you want perfect weather,
Mm.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere that it's like 70 degrees every single day of the year. It's wild. But I hate flying, so I don't like to it's like it's a love-hate relationship, that's for sure. Because I hate airplanes, but I like to get to destinations.
And most of this travel is through work, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have a I have to go to LA for like a week, which everybody's thinks that sounds great, but I'll be in a I'll be in Anaheim really, which is not a fun city. It's kind of empty, and I'll be there for like a week. So in a hotel room, it sounds cool. I try to go out and do stuff to like not just sit in a hotel room, but um sometimes it's fun, but sometimes it can be just like boring or like just you just have nothing to do. You can only watch so much TV or go to the gym or you go to eat, but it's just you
You
see
ever
a
took your
customer.
sneakers with you and ended up in a hoop session?
I haven't I haven't done that. Like I'll spend what will happen is this, like I'll go out there and it's really just to meet a customer for dinner. So during the day I'm still working like
Okay.
my normal job. So I'm in a hotel room just on my laptop.
Mm.
And then I go to dinner with a customer. That's right when I would, go out and hoop or something like that. So I have to like if I want to go to the gym, I have to do that like earlier in the morning or something like that. And then it throws off your schedule. If you go to like I'll go to a conference, that's a little different because it's nonstop all day long. You eat like a one meal, you drink a ton of coffee, and you're just like hustling.
Mm.
Those are not my favorite. You come back and you're tired, like you don't want to do nothing for like days. The ones where I get to go and like go to nice dinners with customers, I like it a little better because it's not as like in your face. It's a little more chill,
Mm.
and you're just like spending your company's money. It's not even like I don't pay for it, so I don't go too high on ordering, but I definitely
Make
will
that money.
treat I'll definitely treat myself.
I hear that. I hear that. Right, back to the field. What hurts more? Dropping the snap on third down and forcing the punt, running on 4th and 15, but getting pulled short of the first, or hesitating and getting sacked on fourth.
I think dropping the snap crushes you. Yeah, that just any momentum you had before that, like you could be, you could you drop a snap. I think anytime is
Mm.
you throw your hands in the air, like what the fuck. But yeah, a sack or that. If you see a lane and you get pulled just short, like at least you gave yourself a chance. But
Mm.
getting a sack or dropping fumbling and bumbling the ball.
Mm. Which one feels better? A pick six, throwing and connecting on a deep post, or your weekly 60-yard run?
I'd say at pick six, they don't happen as much. Whenever I get that opportunity, they say like your eyes get all big. That's it. I get a chance at that. I think Fatty caught me this year or pushed me out of bounds or something like that. But I almost had two in one game against them, or two back to back. I think it was back to back weeks. So I said pick six.
Okay, okay. Another one. What feels better? Throwing a dot between two defenders, a coast to coast push and lay through defenders, or pure striking golf?
Oh, pure strike and golf, bro. There ain't nothing better in the world. If you play, ask anybody who plays that stupid game. You hit something, you hit it square off the face, and it makes that sound. There's nothing. You can have your worst day on the golf course. You do that one time, you're coming back the next day.
That's hilarious. Because I know nothing about this world, but
Brother, it is a drug, dude. I tell you, I mean, a lot of people are playing it now. Like everybody's playing golf. I wish I played at a younger age, but everybody thought it was whack. You didn't want to be out on the golf course. I'd rather go do 1,000 other things. But now everybody's playing. Even like people have made it like I think Tiger Woods' influence on the game, just in general, like because before him, people would wear not to go on a rabbit hole, but people would wear collared shirts, and you look all stiff, and there's no swag to golf. That's why a lot of people didn't like it. I would never have liked it. But Tiger came in and brought swag to golf, the red shirt, the fist pump, the Nike, he was really like before him, name a Nike athlete that played golf. You couldn't. But Tiger came in, he's wearing Nike, you know, golf shirts. And then from there, like nowadays, there's like brands out there that sell golf inspired clothing. It's like a clothing store, but you can wear it on the golf course, but it's more driven to like a fashion almost. So it's crazy how much that game's expanded. But I'll tell you what, man, you get out there for a little bit, you play, you get decent enough to like play around because it takes a while. That's the thing. It is annoying with how long it takes you to get decent
oh, really?
enough to just play 18 holes. But once you do and you hit like one shot that it looks like a pro hit it. That's another thing. It messes you up because I don't know another sport where you can like no one's out here windmill dunking, right? Like you're not doing that.
Yeah.
But you can hit a pro golf shot one time on accident in a round, and you think I can do that every time now. And then you're hooked right there. It's,
What's been your favorite course so far?
I just went to South Carolina and played this course called Harbor Town, and it's like they play a PGA tournament there.
Mm.
That was definitely like my favorite for history. And then there's one in Ocean City that I just like called Rum Point. It's like right on the beach, like on the bay, like on the water. So I don't know. It's also chill out there, man. It's just you. It's you versus you. You can't blame anybody else. Like you gotta like just adapt. That's why I like it. But
I mean,
and then the scenery is like, I mean, you're out there you're out there chilling, chiefing. Like it's just, nothing can bother you.
I was about to ask you, what separates a course from what makes a course better than the next? Is it the scenery? Is
Um,
it the difficulty of
yeah,
the
I mean,
course?
for me, there's like a couple of things that I personally like. One, I like to play early in the morning. Like, I like get it over with. And plus, there's not a lot of people out there, so you don't get like stuck behind people that like might be playing slower. Um, but I don't have time to like usually make breakfast, so I always get like a bacon, egg, and cheese from a clubhouse. That's the number one thing I rate your course on. If you have a good bacon, egg, and cheese, starts the round off right, then you're already on a good step. But there's like different kind of like layouts. They people that design these courses do different things. Um, I think the scenery and like how like challenging it is cool because it makes you really have to like play your best and like they will certain courses have a higher level that are higher level will have like you think you'll hit a good shot and it'll be like straight, but you'll be on like the side of like this hill that's in the middle of like a fairway.
Mm.
And you have to like figure out how to hit that shot. And it's just versus like there's like county courses, right? That like the county pays for, and they're fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I play those courses all the time. I'm not any bougie kind of golfer. I don't play any private courses or anything like that. But they can be in great shape and they'll be a good course, and you can pay like $50 to go play them. But they're just going to be a little more straight. There's not going to be as much. There's not going to be as many. I guess things that would get you in trouble hitting your net, like hitting a shot. You know what I mean? Like it's just designed more, so anybody can come and play, right?
Okay, okay. All right, back to the field a little bit. Favorite pair of cleats and jersey. You have any?
I like the foam posit ones I have right now. Those are definitely my favorite. I have a pair of these Hirachi lacrosse cleats when I first started. And I love those things, man. And I wore those things till the wheels fell off. I think I ripped the like sole, or there was a hole in the bottom by the time I got done with them. But those were great. But the foam posits are my favorite. I don't think I'll get another cleat anytime
I,
soon.
I think you're the second person to say that about the phone
Yeah,
posits.
I mean, I got the Dion's, and they felt heavy. The foams
Mhm.
are foams are just like the DMV. That's why I like them.
Yeah.
That's the signature shoe. And then those ones are, I mean, they are like paper on your feet. They're light as shit. Um, I know you don't like the low top. Maybe that's just basketball shoes, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you don't like. I know you don't like the low top cleats, so they might not be good for you.
Yeah. It's definitely the basketball in me too.
Yeah.
Favorite jersey, you have one?
Probably the one in this picture, the all black Supreme Beast one.
Okay.
You guys keep trying to go back to that camo, that ugly ass tan or green. I just can't. I will never do it again. We can't do it. I like that all black one though. Those ones are probably my favorite until now.
Okay.
I didn't get the ones from Corey. Those were like mediums.
I
I
forgot
think I
about
donated those to Madison High School. I left them on the bleachers at our basketball game.
that. All right, fourth and goal, 10-yard line. What you drawing up? Who's your first read?
Um, Either I would probably do some misdirection, try to catch somebody sleeping, find or draw up a play where there's an option for me to run to, just in case it gets crazy. But yeah, something misdirection, maybe a trips on one side. Um, Maybe I'll throw it to the center. I'm not gonna can't give anything away. I only got a few good plays, on a 4th and 10.
All right, well, yeah, man, that's 4 for 10, man. I appreciate this. I enjoyed this, yo. I did.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry I ducked you for so long. This was fun though.
Yeah, once again, from the great minds of NahmTalmBout. This is 4 for 10. We're talking about flag with the players you know and the ones you need to know. And everyone that makes this flag thing evolves what it is. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Pull up, like, share, and subscribe. NahmTalmBout.
Are you gonna edit things or?
Yeah, of course I'm editing.
Okay.
You don't know how well I'm going to edit, but yeah, I'm editing things.
Yeah, I mean, I just I trailed off a bunch. I
No, you
went
good. No,
down
you good.
rabbit
No.
holes.
And it's funny because I thought about that, but you never know what the people watching are interested in. So I never know
Yeah,
really what to cut out. I'm
what
gonna
to
try. I'm
cut
gonna see if
out
I
and what
can.
not to cut out. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna see
that's
if I
true.
can
That's
edit
a good point. I never thought of that.
Subscribe, check. Tapped in every Monday and Wednesday, even on Saturdays. Bet. You got your merch yet though? Now I'm talking about shooting shirts, whatever that match your cleats, gloves, or whatever your team colors are. Let me know. Now I'm talking about. Now back to the show.
That being difficult.
That's definitely something I had to learn. Like
Yeah,
that might have been interesting to them. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
you never know. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to figure out how to re-ask that question about that video game tester. I thought that's what you were. I had another question lined up for it and everything.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to explain because I just say, well, first off, it's hard to explain like what I sell to them. Like not everybody knows what the cloud is. You know what I mean? Like I can just say that, even like people I've expected to know what AWS, like what company that is, they don't, they're like, what's that? And I'm like, dude, you're in business. How would you not know who AWS is?
Yeah, I mean, because you said AWS, we automatically think Amazon. Like you said, we think
Right, and that's
already.
that's automatically where people go. It's like, oh, you work. If they know what AWS is, like, oh, you work, and I just say, no, the data centers.
My whole team make bops. Feeling like, yo, pops, niggas my sons, but I can't rock. I'm just here for the back ends, cause the front ends won't stop. Come around with that bag end like bad kids get popped. Shit good on my end, on your end, it's not shit, that's bad business. I don't even want my hands in it, I don't even want my name on it. I'm in the booth like Wayne on them, that lighter flick, I flame on them, I aim on them like huh. Who that nigga out here rapping like the rain through? Who them niggas out here dropping when them hits do?